About 3 months ago, when the last school year was winding down, I made this video giving a real hard look at, can I realistically both teach full-time and do YouTube at the same time? Because it's a massive time commitment, and both things can be very rewarding, but also very draining. I also have a family, and I don't want to be ignoring my kids, all of that. So it's a lot. And in that video, I mean, you can look at it where I talk about a lot of the mental health aspects of what it's like to do YouTube, your views in the YouTube algorithm, and all the things that it shows you in the YouTube studio can be really mentally taxing. But the conclusion of that video, so spoilers if you haven't watched it, is I did want to try to continue doing both. But in order to do that, it's all about trying to find a work-life balance where that's actually a thing I can do. So over this summer, I figured out that I think what I needed to do was just absolutely maximize the efficient use of my time so that there are no seconds wasted in my day, so I can still give my kids and family all the attention they need and deserve, and I can still run this channel, and I can still teach full-time by just maximizing, like I said, it's about efficiency, right? So what I've been able to do over the summer is actually, I've poured all of the money I've made off of the almost 4 years of doing YouTube. We made 1,000 videos now, closing in on 200,000 subscribers. Massive thank you to everybody. And using that income stream, I haven't done any sort of lifestyle creep. What I've done with the extra income coming from YouTube is I have completely wiped out any debt that I had, including I finally finished paying off my mortgage, so my house was completely paid for. What I've then done with that is I've now, well, I haven't quite sold that house yet, it is now up on the market. I've spent the last 2 weeks of like 12-hour days, speaking of being busy, kind of clearing out that house, moving into another house, and getting that house up on the market ready to go, because what I've done is I have got a new setup here, and the idea is to absolutely maximize efficient use of my time to make it possible to still be doing both things. So this video can be kind of a bit of a discussion of hey, cool new setup. A lot of people have expressed in the comment sections that they're interested in seeing my new basement. And then also, so why did I make these changes? So, as far as the efficient use of time goes, one big thing is the location. So this house is right next to the school I teach at. I should be able to walk out my back door and go through my back gate, and across the street is the high school I work at. So I can walk to work in 2 minutes or less, be in my classroom ready to go. So that saves me on commute time, both in the morning going to work and in the afternoons coming home. And any of that time that I'm not using on that commute is time that I'm gonna be able to put into the YouTube channel. Also, what about like the gym kinds of things like that? I don't want to let my health go, that kind of thing. Well, behind me over here, you can see that there is a home gym setup in this basement as well. So when I'm editing, you know, you can pop over and do a set, pop back, keep doing editing, that kind of thing, running benchmarks. Hey, if it's a built-in benchmark, I might be able to get in a set while it's running a Cyberpunk built-in benchmark or something like that. So again, it's about efficiency. I'm not having to leave to go do that, cutting down on that commute time, all of that. So it's, yeah, the whole goal of this move has been for a massive efficiency change. So far, you can see tile floor. You can definitely hear it's a little more echoey, a little more resonant in here than at my last place. So I do definitely need to get down some rugs. The lighting situation's a lot better with some built-in recessed lighting up above here. But I think I should try to just maybe pop out this recording, because right now I'm in my green screen style setup, and maybe try to pop out and show you here. However, I will warn you guys, my camera that I use was always chosen as a stationary camera, and I don't have like a gimbal system, and it doesn't really have built-in like optical stabilization, so it's gonna be hard to like walk around nicely without being really bumpy on the video feed, because it's just not really that kind of a setup. Maybe I can be on a tripod and pan around. I don't know, we'll figure this out. So you guys want to see the new setup? Let's go ahead and pop out, and I'll show you how I've tried to get, that was my thing on the house. The rest of the house, it could be whatever my wife and kids wanted. What I wanted is I needed a basement that did everything I needed, and the location had to be literally next to my job to cut down on the commute. So this is my dream basement setup. We did find it, and here you go. All right, I've given up and we're just going shaky cam mode to show you the new setup. So here's where I was just sitting and recording. There's the mic I was using right there, and that's the tripod where this camera that I'm now filming with was sitting, facing out to see me. And it's nice that I'm now able to use this, by going down to the 32-inch 4K screen, I can get the camera in off to the side on the 4K monitor, whereas on the 48-inch, I just couldn't fit the camera setup on the 48-inch display, so I was using the ultra-wide where it could kind of come up above. So I used to use that for my recording setup. Just today, I realized that at this new place, with the smaller screen and more space off to the side for my green screen, because at the old place there wasn't room for the green screen behind my 4K screen, I realized I could try the recording OBS setup on the 4K display, which I think will be nice overall as an upgrade. In general, I just have way more space off to this side in the basement than I did in my old setup, which currently is my guitar setup here. At the old place, most of my guitars and amps had to be just kind of in their cases, and I'd have to get them out when I actually needed them and stuff. So I'm hoping to, speaking of efficiency, have more time to actually get back into playing my guitars, which would be really, really nice. And it's got this cool like a gas insert fireplace area. I still need to figure out exactly what I want to display here and whatnot. It's kind of just set some things that might go there. We'll see what happens. And my kids can practice their piano here while I'm editing and everything, and we can still kind of be hanging out a little bit. Again, another way to kind of make this a shared space. Again, another thing I was looking for is I didn't want a separate isolated office kind of place. It might be better for audio and isolation and all that, but while I'm editing and running benchmarks, I like to be able to have my kids playing and hanging out nearby. So I kept my home theater setup in the same room as my YouTube setup. So my kids will often be hanging out in here with me. They might be playing, they really like Astro on the PS5. Anyway, so maybe they're playing Astro or Mario Kart or something and kind of hanging out with Dad while he edits videos and run some benchmarks and things like that. Recently, one of my splurges I did with some of my YouTube income was upgrade to the SVS bass over there for my subwoofer. Anyway, so got this set up here. Now, I do have one complaint, which is, now I've heard Costco has a good return policy, and we might need to try that out, because my kids, yes, they're hard on this couch, but this seam ripped way too easily. I don't think this is sewed properly. This is like a really... this is just like a single line of stitching that doesn't seem to be doubled up at all in any particular way. So if one little split happens in that seam, it just rips out all the way down the line. So I am really not happy with that couch. The quality of the seams here. So yes, my kids like to run and jump off this thing like it's a launch pad airstrip kind of thing, but at the same time, I feel like we should have got a little more wear out of that before they would just start splitting. So anyway, I'll take that up with Costco later. But again, in the interest of kind of a shared space, so there's a little table here. We didn't put this in. I think the previous owners of this house used this as like a wine cellar, because this is a built-in shelf thing right here, and I think these are slots for wine. I don't know, maybe, I don't think I can fit graphics cards in there. We'll see. Anyway, but my kids could use this table, I'm thinking, as like a little homework spot kind of thing, so they can hang out and work on homework down in this area. And again, on the efficiency thing, so as we go back through here, we've got my home gym set up. So a big thing for me is I didn't want to give up my weightlifting stuff. Again, there was a time when this, I was thinking about starting a YouTube channel where it could have ended up being a fitness channel. Glad that didn't happen. But anyway, doubt it would have been anywhere near as successful. But anyway, we do have this here. I do mostly barbell compound lifts, powerlifting style stuff, plus some pull-ups. So we can fit that in here, and I can get my routine in on that. And room for a microwave, which is nice if we need some snacks. So I need to get my tools set up properly over there. Don't worry about that. But the other thing I need for the YouTube channel was I needed more storage. My storage situation at the other place was absolutely running out. Now I need to organize this quite a bit more than what I've got. But you can see the graphics card collection has been growing, and there needs to be room for the next generation when it comes in. And so currently I have some things over here that I could move, but there is some more shelf space available. Maybe we'll have the 50 series down there, something like that. And I still have some unpacking to do here. Hey, there's some juggling pins that I forgot I had. It's amazing what you find when you're moving. I actually took juggling in college as a PE credit, actually juggling 1, 2, and 3. So to pass juggling 3, I had to either be able to juggle 4 balls or 3 pins, and I can do both, or at least I could 12 years ago in college. I don't know if I still could now. Anyway, so we've got that, and there's actually additional storage space right here with some drawers and whatnot. This is the lighting I used to put behind my desk when filming. I might still try to use that if I want a bit more fill lighting, and there's some more equipment and whatnot there. Because I don't know if I showed it, maybe we'll go back here, but one nice thing is this, there's all this recessed lighting in this basement, right? So there's tons of lighting, and with the green screen, you have to have it properly lit evenly without shadows cast on it. So I have this recessed lighting that seems to be doing a pretty good job for that, but I do have room right here where I could stand up some of that kind of more diffused lighting if I wanted a bit more lighting in that area. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's pretty much the setup. Over here is like some cat litter and laundry. So I don't know if we need to show that off, but there you go. But there is a bathroom through that door over there. So there is that. Now, again, the main purpose of the move was to be able to get to work quickly, absolutely cut down on commute time. So if you go up these stairs, there's a door into my backyard. You walk down a little garden path, pop open the back gate to the fence, and you are basically touching the high school I teach at. So that is the efficiency proposition for the move. So anyway, this basement seems like it should be absolutely ideal for everything I need to do here. Hey, there's a mirror here, so I could wave. But anyway, so that's where I'm at. I've still got a lot of unpacking to do upstairs. Everything is pretty much just in boxes. But I did manage to get my man cave mostly set up, despite, I think we need a big rug in this area. I think we need a big rug in this area, and if probably also a rug over here by the fireplace, and probably some acoustic paneling on the walls and whatnot, because it is a bit resonant here. But anyway, I've got a lot of work to do. I'm going to keep on working on that. Hopefully you guys didn't get too sick from the shaky cam. If you did, apologies. And I hope all of you have an excellent day.